Yesterday we have discussed about LOD functions. So we have seen few examples, few real-time examples for fixed LOD. So today we are going to discuss about exclude LOD. So for that we are going to see comparative sales analysis. Comparative sales analysis. So yesterday we have discussed about cohort analysis and customer order frequency. So today we are going to discuss about comparative sales analysis. So basically we are going to compare sales of one particular subcategory with the other subcategory. So I'll just show you in Tableau. So I'm just connecting to sample superstore database. So I'll take an example of sales and I'll take subcategory. So this is a data that is for subcategory wise sales. So here I can see the values of sales and the length of the bar is proportional to the value of the sales. So here I can see that. And I want to compare each and every subcategory with the other subcategory. So I want to compare accessories with appliances, appliances with art, art with binders. So each and every subcategory with the other subcategory, I want to compare. So that is called as a comparative sales analysis. So this is a step one. So let me make a duplicate. So in step two, we are going to make. So to compare like that, so you have to have a parameter. So in that parameter, we will be storing based on our requirement. So let's say if I want to compare accessories with all the subcategories, so I want to have accessories value in one particular placeholder. So I'm going to create a parameter, and by using that parameter, I'm going to control a calculation. I'm going to control a calculation which will store that particular value. So let's say if I want to compare appliances sales, which is $108,213. So I want to compare this $108,213 with the other subcategories. For that, I need to hold that value. So as a placeholder, I need that particular value to be stored in one particular calculation. So for that, I have to have a parameter so that I can control which subcategory needs to be compared. So I'm just creating a parameter. So selected parameter. So whatever parameter that I want to compare, I will select it here. Okay, so let's make it as string and make a list. And in the list, we want the subcategory names. So you don't have to manually type in the names. So you have to go to add values from and go to subcategory. So it will automatically add all the subcategories here. So you can see this names. So selected parameter and see the parameter here. So show parameter. So here you can control which subcategory to be selected. So you can select appliances, binders like this. So now this particular parameter that we have created has no connection at all. So I'm going to create a calculation and I'll prepare a connection. So selected subcategory value. Or selected subcategory sales. If selected parameter is equal to subcategory, then sales, else null. So you can write like this. Now let's use this calculation. So now you can see if I select copiers, I can see copiers value here, 150,745. So bookcases, I can see bookcases value. So this is your step 2. So let me make a duplicate. So in step 3, so as I mentioned earlier, I want to compare each subcategory with the selected subcategory. But here you see there is no, so if you want to compare, it has to be in the same row. So if it is not in the same row, you cannot compare. So to get it to the same row, so we have to write one more calculation, which we need to use exclude function. So to get the same value in all the rows, so you have to write, you have to use exclude function. So here we'll exclude subcategory and we'll take the same calculation. Exclude subcategory. Say okay. Now double click on this. So now you can see 115361 is in all the rows. So now you can compare everything. So now you can compare this each and every subcategory will value with the selected subcategory. So now let's do. So this is our step 3. Now let me make a duplicate. So in the step 4, so in the step 4, I will compare the subcategories. So what I will do, I'll just take this value minus this selected subcategory value. So this will become my comparison of sales. Say okay, and now take this comparison of sales. So now let's remove this and let's sort it. So now we can see, so these are the actual values. So these are the actual values of subcategory. Chairs has 335,000 and phones has 331,000. So now I am comparing chairs value with the bookcases. So let me have the actual chairs value also selected subcategory. So actual sales value of bookcases is 115361. So let me show you. So let's calculate in calculator. So I'm just comparing each and every subcategory value with the bookcases. So bookcases is selected in parameter here. So let's take this value 335,768 minus bookcases value. It is 115361. 115361, which is 220407. So likewise, it will calculate for all the subcategories. Now let's take an example of copiers. So 150,745 minus bookcases value is 115361, which is 35,384. So likewise, whatever subcategory that we have selected here, so that is compared with all the subcategory sales. And now let's color this. So let me remove. So this is our final step basically. So in the final step, we are able to find out or compare the sales. So this is called as comparative sales analysis. And now let's color it. So let me put comparison of sales in the color marks card. Okay, so now you can identify that. So bookcases, so all these subcategories are more than bookcases. So this has values more than bookcases. And these are the subcategories which has less than bookcases. The sales value is less than bookcases. And now let's take appliances. Or let me take some other subcategory, storage. Okay, so there are only 2 subcategories which are more than storage, and there are many subcategories which are less than storage. So likewise, we can compare each and every category which in every subcategory. So you can select any particular value and you can compare. So let me make it full screen. Yeah, if I select like this, so chairs is the highest one. So that is why every subcategory value is lower than other subcategory. And let me select furnishings. There are these many subcategories which are more than furnishing, and these subcategories are less than furnishings. So this way we can compare the sales of subcategory with the other subcategories. So for this we have used a function called exclude. So let me show you exclude function again. So what does exclude do? So let me just show you in normal procedure. So if I take sales, if I take subcategory, and let's have a text value. And now let's create a calculation. Exclude. So exclude subcategory sum of sales. Okay, Rakib, can you tell me what will happen if I use this function and if I use this calculation in this sheet? So what will happen? What will be the values? Yeah, perfect. So it will show you the total value. So it is excluding this subcategory. So if you exclude, what will happen? This 23,26,534 should show. So even if this subcategory is there, but in the calculation, what I have done, I have removed subcategory, exclude the subcategory. So what it will do, it will just remove the subcategory in the backend and it will show you the total value, which is 23,26,534. And the calculation that we have written here. So here we are writing. So why it is getting the selected subcategory value? So let me just show you the sales one. Yeah, selected subcategory. Edit. So in this particular calculation, it is just holding one subcategory value, whatever it is selected in parameter. Show parameter. So it is having only furnishings value. So let me just select. So according to this calculation, if selected parameter is equal to furnishings, then only it will show you sales. Otherwise, it will not show you. So basically, this particular calculation is now having only furnishings value. So let me just double click on this. So you can see only furnishings value is available. Only furnishings value. And what is the calculation that we have written? So we have removed subcategory. So if you remove subcategory according to this column, so what is the total? The total is 95,598 only. So according to this normal sales, the total is 23,26,534. When we have excluded subcategory, it is showing you the 23,26,534. But in case of this selected subcategory, if you exclude subcategory, so it will actually show you only 95,598. So I'll just use this. So you can see the same number is coming in each and every row, so that it is easy for us to compare subcategory, accessories subcategory with the furnishing subcategory, appliances subcategory with the furnishing subcategory. So you can compare each and every subcategory with the selected subcategory. So now if I change to binders, so every value will be related to binders. Now you can compare all the subcategories with binders. So this is what is happening in the background. So that's how we can make use of this parameter and we can make this type of analysis. Okay, so now let's move on to the other topic. So any questions before I move on to the other topic related to LODs? If you have any questions, you can ask. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we have, let me use that calculation also, comparison. So this is a comparison calculation where we have taken this sales and this one, these two calculations. So when you are comparing the same value, it will become 0. For others, it will be like this. This one only. So this is the one calculation. So if I select binders, I can see binders. If I select art, it will only show for art. The same value, I want to see it in the all the rows. For that, I am excluding subcategory. So according to exclude function, if you exclude subcategory, it will actually show you the total in all the rows. So that is why it is copying all the in all the rows. Is it clear? Yeah, what is your doubt? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, let me just show you again. So here we have written. So sales is normally has all the values, right? So in this particular calculation, the selected subcategory. So here we have particularly mentioned not to show any other subcategory values, but show only whatever you selected in parameter. So now this is holding only one subcategory value. Is that right? Okay. So according to exclude subcategory, so what is the total of this selected subcategory here? What is the total here? Even if you take the total, so it is actually total is the correct answer. It will actually take the total. But here there are no numbers for other subcategories. The total value will be 27,659 only. So I'm using this one. So I'm using this one in the exclude calculation. So if I exclude subcategory, what will happen? It will show total in all the rows, right? So in case of, if you take this sales, what is happening? It is showing you the total, which is 23,26,534. It is showing you all rows. So here also it is happening same. Yeah. Yeah. So if you see, so the parameter is getting applied to this calculation. And after that, you are applying exclude calculation. So whenever you change this parameter, it is automatically changing here. And also it is changing here. So if I change to chairs value is getting changed here. And also the total value will be again changed to 335,000. So every row you can see that 335,000. Is it clear now? Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's move on to the other topic. So yeah, so these are some business questions which you might get. So when user selects any particular month, so I want to see last 3 months based on that. So let me just show you few things. In Tableau, we have the capabilities to show or ability to show the previous 3 months or last 3 months. Those kind of data is already available in Tableau. So there are some requirements you might get where you need to do some workarounds. So let me just put order date. Let me have this as day discrete and put this in order date filters. So relative date. So here, if you want to see last 3 days, so you can select apply. So on what basis you are getting this? So you can see last 3 days on basis of today's date. So you can see 14, 13, and 12. Or if you want 5 days, you can apply here and you can see the sales of last 5 days. And also you can mention relative to any particular day that you want to mention, specific to 8. From there, if you want to see last 5 days, you can mention that, and you should be able to see that from 8th August to last 5 days. And if you want to see 8th August to next 5 days, you can just click on this. So it is not showing you 5 days. Why? Because 13th there is no data for it, or 9th there is no data. So if there is no data for that particular data point, so it will not show you. So anchor day meaning only that particular day it will show you, whatever day that you have selected. Or if you mention today, like that you can see. So if you want to create something based on the parameter, so let's say last 3 months. So if you want to see particularly this month, you can mention that. And now I want to create a calculation where I want to control and I want to see the data based on monthly. So I'll create a parameter. So in parameter, we can pass any value to the calculation, to the filters, to the reference lines. So now let's just pass date. So we can also pass date to the calculations. So here I want to give a range or list. So in list, I want to list based on the order date. So display format you can decide. So let's have MMYY. So let me reduce the font. Okay, so let's show that parameter here, date parameter. So here you can see the list of dates, all the dates. So my requirement is to, let's say if I select May 2023, I should be able to see May 2023 and April and March. So last three months data I want to see. So let's create a calculation field. So let's have this calculation. So this calculation is basically the date diff function. So date difference between order date, which is coming from the database, and the parameter. Yeah. Okay, so here I have date parameter. So let's say, so basically I'm just trying to find out the difference between these two dates. So let's say, so let me take, if it is month August 2020. So when you match August 2020 with August 2020, so it will be 0. So 0 is less than equal to 2. And like that, so if you take an example of September 2020. September 2020 with August 2020, where it will give you September minus August, you will get 1. So that condition will get satisfied. Here it is 0. Here it is 1. So 1 is also less than or equal to 2. And if you have September, October 2020, so here also this will satisfy. So it is equal to 2. So this condition will satisfy. And if you take an example of July 2020, July 2020 and August 2020. So July minus August, you will get -1. So which is true. So it is less than or equal to 2 only. But there is one more condition that I have written. So where I'm comparing, it has to be greater than -1. So -1 is not greater than -1. So this condition is not satisfied. So I will just get only these three values. So if you take any other month, it will not satisfy, and I should be able to see next 3 months. So let's have this date parameter. Say okay. So let's put this in calculation 1. Say okay. Okay, so we have done the other way around. So let me explain you again. So here the value is selected as May 2023. So May 2023 minus May 2023, which is 0. April 2023 minus May 2023. So this parameter will not change. Why? Because this is static. So let's put this over here. So this will be May. The parameter won't change. Why? Because this is based on our selection. And May minus April, you will get 1. And May 2023. So parameter value won't change. And you will get March 2023. So this will be 2. So this only these three values will satisfy these two conditions. So greater than -1. So 0 and 1 and 2 are greater than -1 and less than or equal to 2. So only this will be visible. So March, April, May, that you can see. Your voice is very low. Can you speak near to the mic? Yes. Yeah, you can change the different places as well. But you have to write the calculation also other way around. So now it is less than -1, greater than equal to 2. Expected close parenthesis. Here comma is missing. Yeah, so this way also it will give you same result. So apply. Yeah, so it is giving you the other way around. So when we selected that, so it was giving the previous values. So now it is giving you next values. So we have to modify our calculation accordingly. So this has to be greater than -1. And this has to be less than or equal to 2. Okay, so let's take this. So let's have May 2023. May 2023. So let's do one calculation at a time. So I'm just commenting this. I'll just use equal to 0 and say apply. When I say equal to 0, it is actually matching with the May 2023 parameter, whatever I have selected. So if I want the below one also, let's say I want April data also. So if I want April data, so parameter won't change. And May 20, so I want April as well, 2023. So I'll write less than 0. So whatever is less than 0, I'm getting. So I can see, I can mention equal to 0 also. So whatever is less than or equal to May 2023, I can see that. So April 2023, whatever March is also less than or equal to 0. So if it becomes, so this is other way around. Let's put like this. So this is May 2023 basically. So April minus May, you will get -1. So this is -1. So what is March minus May, Lakshmi? Yeah. So Rakib, can you tell me what is February minus May? 3. So we are just getting whatever is less than or equal to 0. So in this way, we will get all the values which are less than or equal to 0. So we have data till January 2020. So we will get data till January 2020. But we don't want all the values, all the previous values. We just want to have only the last 3 previous values. So you have to control from the other side also. So if you want to control from other side, so you have to write one more condition. So where you have to mention how many you need from. So greater than, if you mention greater than -3, so -3 won't be considered. -3 is not greater than -3. -3, -2 is greater than -3. So you will get all these values. So we want values which are greater than -3. So let's say we apply this. So now we can see the previous values. So now both these conditions has to met. So this will only satisfy, only these 3 values will only satisfy. Yeah. So every value will be compared actually. So if you remove this, so in the data, we have all the months and years. So starting from January 2022, December 2023. So here with date parameter, every value will be compared. So 4 into 12, 48 values will be compared. 48 values will be compared with date parameter and we'll check whether this condition is satisfying or not. So in all the 48 values, only these three will meet the condition. So that's why we will be able to see only those three values. Mhm. हम्म अप्रैल से मई माइनस होगा, ऑर्डर डेट से पैरामीटर माइनस होगा. So this is order date basically. Order date will be compared with parameter. So based on that, we have to write our calculation. So the one which I have written, so if you see the last formula, order date parameter. So parameter date is compared with order date. So in this case, parameter date is compared with order date. So in that way, the calculation is different. So in this way, the calculation is different. So you have to make sure that, so if you write date parameter is first and order date last, so order date minus parameter it will do. So this you have to remember. So according to that, we have to write our calculations. So now let's move on to the other topic. So how to show top and bottom 5 charts in a single view. So we have discussed on how to create top and bottom using sets. So now we are going to discuss how to create top and bottom 5 using calculation. So let's take an example of customer name and sales. So here we should be able to see all the sales of all the customers. So just sort it. So these are the top 5 and these are the bottom 5. So to see top and bottom 5 together, we have taken customer name and we have created sets earlier. So for top, we have created one set, top n. So instead of static value, we have created parameter. So parameter name it as select value and range minimum 1 to 100. Say okay. Say okay. So this will give you top n. So top 10 values it is showing. And now I'll make a duplicate of this one. And this I will make it for bottom. So instead of, so here you will have a toggle where you can shift from top to bottom. Select value and we are getting the values based on the sum of sales. So I'll name this as bottom n and say okay. So here you can combine these two. Once two sets are combined, so you drag this, it will show you bottom n. So if you want to see together, you have to combine these two sets. Create combined set, which will become top and bottom n. Say okay. So now you put this set in filters. So now you can see top and bottom 10. So you can control this. So how many number of values that you want to see. So select type in. So I just want to see only 5, top 5. So that I can control. So this we have already discussed. So this is sets by using sets. Same thing we can do it from the by using calculations. So let me just show you. Sales and sort it. So for this we have to know about two functions. So there are two functions that we need to know. Rank. So for rank also we have discussed what it will show. So it will be giving the rank, assigning the rank to the individual customer name based on the value of the sales. and there is one more function called size. So this will show you the number of rows, basically number of rows in the data. So now let's make use of these two functions and make the calculation for this. So I'll just write it over here. So rank of sum of sales. Yeah, so let's make it discrete. Okay, so you can see here, it's basically it is showing you the rank for each and every customer, and it is assigning based on the value. So you can see Scene Miller has the highest value, and you can see these are the top five. And now let's create a function called size, and let's make it discrete. So it is showing you, so there are actually 800 customers. So we have 800 customers. Let's take count. Take count distinct. So we actually have the 800 customers. So basically it is showing you the total number of customers. So now let's see, by using these two functions, how we can create top five and bottom five. So I'll create a calculation, which is top and bottom n. So if rank sum of is less than or equal to 5. So we want only these values, right? So we just want rank of sum of sales less than or equal to 5. So based on this, we will only get this last top 5. And then you can say sum of sales, or you can mention true. Else if size minus rank of sum of sales. So before I write this calculation, so let's use this calculation here. Let me make it discrete. So you can see I'm just subtracting this value, rank minus size I'm doing. So with that, I want to see what is the last values. So if I want to get this bottom 5 values, if I do rank size minus rank, so I should get these values. So the values are less than 5. So basically, if I do less than 5, so I should be able to see these values. So the subtraction of rank minus size will give you 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically, it is the opposite of this one. So rank is giving you 1, 2, 3 from the top, and this is giving you starting from 0 to 1, 2, 3. So it is the opposite. Can you go on mute? Yeah, I'm able to hear. Yeah, you are audible. Mm-hmm. Yeah, correct. Else if also it will satisfy. Yes, you can write multiple conditions in this. Okay, here also I will mention true only, then true. Okay, I will show whatever is true. Sorry, can you repeat that? Hmm. It will write all those things. So if okay, so if you write something like if rank of sales is then true, and you write if you leave it like this, it will just write for this condition. But after that, I'm writing one more condition. So by writing else if, I'm writing one more condition here. So it will check whether this condition is also satisfying. If this condition is also satisfying, it will write true again. So like this, you can write multiple conditions. Yeah, I'll show you one more example also after this. Okay, so basically one condition is to show the top values. So based on this, I can get the top values. So let's go one by one. So say apply. So top. So let's select true. So now you can see this top 5. So this condition is getting satisfied. So the rank of sum of sales is less than or equal to 5. So I can see the top 5. And now if I replace with size minus rank of sum of sales less than 5, then true. Now if I replace with this, so I can see only the bottom 5. So it is calculating based on this size minus rank. So you can see it is less than 5. So 4 is less than 5, 3 is less than 5. Okay, so with this, I'm able to see top and bottom 5. So if I want together, so I will write multiple conditions. Rank of sum of sales less than or equal to 5, then true. And below I have one more condition. So I'll write else if and say apply. So now you can see both the conditions are getting applied, and you can see top and bottom. And not only we have made this as static, so this number is static now. But instead of this, you can have the parameter value here so that you can control this value, select value. And with this parameter, you can select whatever number of top values or bottom values that you want to see. Let's say if I want to see 6 or 10. So I can enter it here. Based on that, in the calculation, so this parameter value will be gone to the calculation, and based on that, it will go to the filters, and you can see based on that whatever the values that you have selected, you can see those top and bottom. So this is how we can do top and bottom using calculations. Lakshmi, your voice is very low. Can you speak on near to the mic? Yeah, that we have discussed in the previous sessions and all. So there are 4 types of ranks. I will share you that link with you. So ranks may you have different ranks. Mhm. So in ranks, we have these many types of ranks: competition, modified competition, dense, and unique. So every rank, each and every rank has a description, and we have discussed about that rank separately. So you can go through the previous videos, so you'll be able to understand what happens if you get the same rank. In competition, there is a procedure. So in competition, if you get the same rank, same value, if you have same value, let's say students are there, and let's say Ajay, Vijay, Raju. So Ajay has got a score of 500 and Vijay has got a score of 450 and Raju also got 450. And let's say Rani. So she has got 350. So what is the rank for Ajay? Yeah. What is the rank for Vijay? Yeah, for Vijay and Raju, it is 2. But it is only based on competition. So this is a competition rank. Based on this, it will assign only the second rank. But according to modified competition, so there are two numbers which are missing, right? 2 and 3. So this is missing the third rank. So it will continue from the fourth rank. This is based on the competition. So this is based on competition rank. And there is one more type, which is modified competition. So in modified competition, the ranks will be different. He will be assigned with one rank, first rank, and this guy will be assigned with the third rank. Third rank, and this guy also will also be assigned with third rank. This is 4. In competition and modified competition, it is same. So this is modified. And there is one more, dense. So dense, it will not skip the middle rank. So whatever rank here it is missing, right? So 1, 2, 3. Third rank is missing. Okay, so it will not, it is not getting continued. So third rank is missing. We are not assigning that third rank to any person, and we are just going with the numbering, which is fourth rank. So he's the fourth person and he should be getting the fourth rank only. But according to dense, we will continue the rank. So this person should get 1 and this person should get second rank. Whoever got the same score will get same rank. So according to this, and this is not skipping any ranks. So dense rank will not skip any ranks. According to competition and modified, the missed rank is not getting shared with any other persons, but this will ascend with third rank. And there is one more, which is unique rank. So it will assign unique rank to every person. So it will not skip any ranks at all. So 1. So, but on what basis it will assign? So according to alphabetical order. So in alphabetical order, Raju comes first. So R star, after R only we'll get the V. Yeah. So after R only we'll get the V. So he will be assigned with second rank. And then this guy will get assigned with third rank. So this will be assigned continuous ranks, unique ranks. So these are the 4 types of ranks which are available. So go through that video. So in that video, I have explained it clearly on what basis this is getting assigned. So it depends on your requirement. So it's better, as a suggestion, I'll give use this one, this dense one. So this is assigning the same rank to the person who got the same score, and next ranks are getting continued. So I suggest you to use dense rank. So if, and depending upon your client requirement, they might ask you one of these ranks you can use. So it's not wrong if you use competition modified or unique rank. It's not wrong. It depending on the requirement. Yeah. Okay, okay, got it, got it. So it is taking computation as by default. Computation, yeah. By default, it is taking computation. So that is about rank. And now let's see how to show last day in every month. So let's see that calculation. So to show last day in every month, we should be using this LOD functions. So let's have this. Let me take order date. And let's take month and discrete. And let me take order date again. And let's take day here. Make it discrete. So here we can see all the days. Let's say August. August will have like 31 days. But instead of this, I want to have only one particular day, which is the last day in every month. So for that, what I will do is I'll just include month based on the month of order date. I want to show max of order date. So month of order date, max of order date. Say okay, calculation 2. And remove this day order. So in every month, you can see the max of order date here. So in January, we have 31/1/2020 as the maximum date. And in February, we have 27. And March, we have 31. So these are some type of requirements that you might get. So depending on the requirement, we should be able to write some calculations. So this is last day in every month. And this is one more example for LOD calculations. So we have used LOD to show this particular maximum value. So with that only we can, by using LOD function only, we should be able to find out the maximum value in that particular month. So otherwise, if you take normal, if you directly take any particular date and make it max, so in this case, you should be able to see the whole level, whatever is the value which is there. So here also you can able to get the value of that particular month. So in this January, 31 is the maximum value. So you don't need to have to write this LOD calculation also. So let me just use this. So when you directly take this, so it will show you the maximum of all the dates. So 31/2023 is the maximum of all the dates which we have. And when you take years, so it is just showing you the in that particular year, whatever is the maximum value it is having. Make it discrete, yeah. So this way we can find out what is the last day in every month. So based on this, so it actually doesn't have 28th February data here. So it is not showing that. So mostly it will be the last day of the month. So in February 2021, we have 28. So like this, if in the data, if we have whatever data which is available for last day, so we can show that. So in tomorrow's session, we'll discuss about some of the other business questions, and we will discuss about the differences between the previous versions to the current version. So any questions related to today's topic? Yeah. It is fine. In top 5, you're saying. Okay. So then it might not show only whichever customers are in top 5. So it will just show you that. So let's say in top 5, you have, let's say, 6 customers. We go here. Let's assume this person, Tamara Chen, is in second position, right? And Raymond Butch is in third position. Let's assume this person in the second position only. Okay, so then you will get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you will get 6 names then. In top 5, you'll get 6 names. Okay, you want only second person. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, okay. Okay, got it, got it. Yeah, then we just need to modify the calculation. So top and bottom and calc. So just remove this and just mention equal to 2. Say apply. So Tamara Chand is in second place. If you want third person, you can mention 3 and say apply. Or if you want fifth person, and you can use this select value also. You can control it from here. If you want the first person, just enter 1. Second. So is the fifth person. You just need to modify this calculation. Is this what your question? Okay. 2 and 5 she wants. Okay, you can write one more condition. Or you can write it here only. Control C. Yeah. You can mention here only. Like that, you can write multiple conditions. If you want 1 and 2, just mention this. These are 1 and 2. Is it clear? Or any? Okay, yeah. Okay, so that's all for today's session. So let's continue tomorrow. Thank you all for joining.